This week on Shop Talk, we'll feature businesses that are supporting the breast cancer awareness campaign dubbed Mushrooms Go Pink. We'll also talk about the dynamics of direct selling and the story of renegade folk. Plus, we have two entrepreneurs who are part of the ongoing OKB Gayon Bicol Trade Fair. So stay tuned for the next hour. I'm Ria Tanjuatco Trillo. Mushrooms go pink this month as different food establishments come together to create more awareness about breast cancer and wellness in general. Here to tell us more about the project is Marco Lobregat. He is the president and CEO of Ministry of Mushrooms Incorporated. Also with us are Chef Rolando Laudico of Bistro Filipino and Angelo of Sugarleaf. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Ria. Thanks for having us.
Great of you guys to come. And, you know, you're all participating in this wonderful event. So we'll start, of course, with Marco. Yeah. You're head of Ministry of Mushrooms. Yeah. What is that company about? It sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, I can talk about mushrooms all day, so I'll keep it really short. We're really trying to build the mushroom industry locally. It's a company that I've grown, and right now we've gone into Mushrooms Go Pink, trying to spread the word on why mushrooms are good for the health as well. And how they can prevent ailments. Mushroom societies in Canada and Australia have also created Mushrooms Go Pink in different platforms as well. But here we wanted to do it through food, through art, and culture, basically.
Right. There's a lot of activities actually going on, right, this month. But for you gentlemen, of course, it's all about the food. And, and as I said so often, let food be your medicine. What are the nutritional and health benefits of mushrooms?
What do you guys know about it now?
Well, I know it's very high in protein.
Yeah, actually.
That's right. That's one. And of course, if you eat organic, you know, it doesn't have all of those you know, potentially harmful chemicals compared to conventionally grown produce.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Actually, in a restaurant in Bistro Filipino, we source as much as possible organic and local.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, I was very happy to have met Marco because we share the same, you know, philosophy with sourcing our ingredients. Yeah.
Okay, so do a lot of the mushrooms or mushroom varieties grow indigenously in the Philippines, or was it something that you needed to introduce and then later on found that, you know, certain species can be grown here?
There have been a lot of growers over the last probably 100 years ago, but the industry never really was able to establish itself for a number of reasons. So we're trying to really give it a boost again. We're starting with the oyster mushrooms because this is something that can be grown all over in the lowlands. But shiitake has been grown here, straw mushrooms have been grown here, and we're slowly trying to introduce that. But we're going from a low technology point to be able to work with the farmers and trying to improve that to world-class standards.
Okay, you brought us a really interesting package here. What is going on here? We're growing oyster mushrooms.
Yes.
Right, but what is the packaging that's in that plastic?
Okay, I'm going to lift it. All right, so the mushroom, this is what we call the fruiting bag. You can imagine in our farm we've got thousands of these bags, and we create them ourselves by composting first agricultural waste, like rice straw and banana leaves. You can even do coffee waste, and that shows the potential of the mushroom, mainly because it can do the recycling. But after sterilizing that, we inoculate it with our spawn, and then eventually it starts to grow. So everything that you see that's brownish is its food, and everything that's white is the mushroom itself actually eating it. And then they sprout out of the bag. Now we bring this also to, like, we have a stall in Salcedo Market, and we've brought this, and it's gotten a lot of people really curious, and now people grow them in their houses. 6-year-olds do it, you've got chefs doing it as well, and you can just harvest it and cook it directly.
And it just keeps on growing. It's like having sort of like herbs in your...
Well, after the food has disappeared for the mushroom, then eventually it stops. So it's about 2 months.
2 months.
2 months you should be able to harvest about 300 grams at least.
Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. And is it something, because it comes from agricultural waste, is it very inexpensive?
Yes, the bag, we sell it at retail at 175, but generally we're also working at pilot projects to get other growers to grow it. Right now we have a grower in Manila testing it out. So we make the bags, we send it to him. We're not yet earning from that. We're just learning. But eventually we lower the cost to like a wholesale for a business type as well.
Wonderful. And Chef Laudico there is getting a bite.
A bite.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can eat,
can eat it
I didn't
raw.
realize you can eat the
Yeah.
oyster mushrooms raw?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can. You can eat mushrooms raw, but they generally say, I also prefer it cooked a bit because they're made out of something called chitin, which is what you find in your nails or with crabs.
Okay.
It's hard for your body to digest, but when you cook the mushrooms, it releases all the nutrients and breaks down the chitin, so it's easier to digest.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me that after eating.
No, well, you know, it's like eating a little bit of the crab shell, diba? Or like
Right.
Well,
when you eat
I don't have problems now with digestion.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our two restaurateurs here, for Chef Laudico and for Angelo, what made you guys decide to join a project like Mushrooms Go Pink?
Well, actually, since I was growing up, my dad is actually a doctor and he's a general surgeon, and one of his specialty or expertise is actually breast cancer. He's probably one of the leading doctors in breast cancer research, and since we were kids, hanggang ngayon, nag-research pa rin siya. So for me, this is something that's familiar to me since young, and ako naman, whatever I can do to help society, whatever it is, we're always there. We try to give back what we can. Yeah.
Certainly. And for Angelo, of course, your restaurant is known for its healthy, vegetarian, raw fare. So this kind of works hand in
That's
hand
right,
with what
yeah,
you do.
Yeah. So, well, basically, Sugarleaf pretty much stands for organic, natural food. So basically, when Marco introduced his product to us, even before the campaign, we immediately took him in and then sold the product as part of our menu in our soup and our quiche. And then also, sold the raw product for our customers because we also sell the raw items as well. So when Marco approached us with the concept of creating a dish for the campaign, it was basically just giving something new, and then tweaking it to really make it appropriate for the campaign. So basically, the dishes that we prepared here, the soup is organic chicken broth, and then the herbs, and then the mushrooms, and then the quiche is the same.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this will be available in the restaurant.
Yeah, until December. But of course, I think we'll keep it there for indefinite
Right.
time.
And then Chef Laudico, what do we have right
Yes,
here?
it's actually, this soup has been in the menu ever since we opened the restaurant, or even before we did the restaurant 6 years ago. It's actually a adobo mushroom soup, because mushroom. Since I was a kid, I love mushroom soup, and I wanted to do my own version na medyo Pinoy yung flavor. So I actually had this idea of cooking the mushrooms adobo style. May suka siya, may lots of garlic, and tas I pureed it, and it turned out really, really sour. So I was like, oh my God, how can you eat this? So I kind of tweaked it a bit. I added a bit of stock. I added some garlic cream, and it turned out pretty good. And I also garnished it with tons of course, Marcos mushrooms. And it's been my signature soup for so long. Yeah.
Right. So you actually didn't have to come up with anything new
No,
to be part of the
no.
to be part of the campaign.
But talking about something new, I'm so happy. We're working with like almost about 30 establishments, and it's only been 2 years for us, and we decided to only stick with oyster mushrooms first before we introduce others. And introducing it to the market, you'll get people, they're so sanay with canned mushrooms,
Yeah,
with
that's true.
button, with portobello, which I love as well, but I prefer them fresh. And it's hard because like many people say, oh, we don't use that in the menu. This was amazing because then people got creative, and you've got restaurants of different calibers, of different cuisines, and they've created so many amazing things.
That's right. And we are flashing on the screen all the different restaurants that are participating in Mushrooms Go Pink. So you have Apartment 1B, I saw Aria, there's Mamu, I saw Pepino,
Yeah.
Goodles, and you'll see more flashing there on the screen. So if you guys are visiting any of these establishments, please do order you know, the mushroom dishes, as these will go towards the cause.
Yes, 10% of the dishes for the month of October will go to the I Can Serve Foundation. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Is it just
that's
October?
great.
Why
Well,
don't
you
do
can
it
extend.
until
Yeah,
December?
I gave the option to extend till December. You know, so yeah, that's
It's a
amazing.
great holiday thing, a great
Yeah,
way
it's
to
true.
give during the Burr months, I suppose.
Yes,
Right?
definitely.
Right. Okay. So can I actually try some of this?
Sure.
Please.
Okay. I mean, it's really one of the most difficult parts of my job, I have to say. All right. So, all right. So this is available in Bistro Filipino,
Yes.
right? And
Bistro
it's
Filipino.
adobo-fied mushrooms.
Adobo.
Fried mushroom soup.
Oh wow, that's good.
Does it have
Intense.
cream, Chef?
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of garlic and
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm not a big fan of mushroom soup, but this is good.
Wow. Thank
You like adobo?
It's good. Yeah.
Everyone
I
in the
think
audience is like, I
Yeah.
love this bowl.
the staff.
My cameramen are.
Yeah.
getting
But you have to
hungry.
get your own spoon.
All right,
And
and then
here?
tell me again, Angelo, what is this?
Well, that's our mushroom soup. Mushroom soup. It's clear. I thought it was a cream-based soup, but obviously it's clear.
Right, and it's
So we
made of
have the
organic
vegetable
broth,
broth, organic
and it's made
vegetable
with
broth.
Marcos mushrooms. is
Marcos
that right?
mushrooms, and then just herbs, tarragon, you know.
It's like sort of your ultimate
It's like a
comfort
consomme, I
food,
guess.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I haven't actually tried the oyster mushrooms. Marco, tell us again, what are the specific benefits of oyster mushrooms?
So, okay, oyster mushrooms were one of the ones that have gone into research for cancer as well. They have anti-tumor properties. They're immunomodulators, which means they can upregulate a weak immune system or downregulate an intense one, which would be something with like hives, for example. So it helps you in that sense. But apart from that, it's got, for vegetarians, it's the only natural vitamin D source. Except for other things that are fortified with it. There are proteins, B vitamins, selenium, number of different
Magnesium,
things. Yeah.
Wow, it's really packed with a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
And it tastes good.
Yeah.
All right. And will there be other projects with that go hand in hand with Mushrooms Go Pink? Aside from the eating, are there cooking demos or?
There are a few events that are happening. There's Bototoy Loves Boobies, which is
What is that?
Bototoy is this iconic toy created
Bototoy,
by
I don't know that.
by an architect who did the Ronak Art Center, Arnold, Austria. And we're bringing in 15 national really good artists to recreate the bototoy and sell it. And the proceeds of that as well will go to the foundation. Then we have Energy Healing by Soul Spa. We've got a cooking dinner and benefit by Edgy Veggie and Kitchen Revolution, which are vegetarian-like commissaries, basically, in schools. And we have a yoga for breast cancer as well. So anyone that knows anyone with breast cancer or any ailments, really, that you just want a more holistic lifestyle, you know, we really encourage them to come to some of these events. And the Bototoy one's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure sounds like it. Of course, all the details are there on your website.
They're all on
right?
the
Okay,
website. So,
fantastic.
yeah, mushroomsgopinkph.com.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show, and kudos to
pleasure.
you for participating in
Thank
such
you
a
so much.
wonderful
Thank you.
cause.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
Definitely.
Thank you so much. All right, up next, we'll talk about direct selling as a business model. Stay tuned. Shop Talk will be right back.